All right, so let us get started here on the on Raw. The promo duel was really good. It was kind of nice to have them sort of duel rather than like let John mouth off and then have Cody come in and set things straight. Um, my bias seems to be a little evident there, but he both of them did pretty good. Of course, the Stardust comment made me really, really want Cody to come out in his regular gear, but with the Stardust makeup on for WrestleMania. I would love that. That would be the best thing ever. I mean, realistically, the best thing ever. And, yeah, that'd be good. So I'm looking forward to that match. Then we have Gunter and Jay. Or Jimmy, technically, was the match. Gunter and Jimmy. But this mind games thing, the hypocrisy that Gunter is playing by, oh, the ring is sacred. The ring is sacred. Well, it hasn't been sacred by you in, a month? 6 weeks? Maybe even 2 months now? I mean, guess what? Yeah, I get it. I get it, Gunter. You're a heel. I get it, Gunter. You want to play mind games. I get it, Gunter. That's fine. I get it, Gunter. I don't need you smearing Jimmy's blood all over your torso after you hit him with a championship belt. Because guess what? That means you don't respect the belt. It means you don't respect the ring. It's the state. I don't want to hear you sit there and go, the ring is sacred, ever again. And that's fine. I get it. I get Gunter is a heel and he's doing the heel thing. But, there's a certain amount of like, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, I got it. You don't have to keep like raising the bar. All right? Like I said, of Logan Paul being the guy who's sitting there making, who's making the most famous heel wrestlers in existence, cowardly heel wrestlers, go, whoa, Logan, that's a little much. Now we've got the arrogant heels going, whoa, Gunter, that's a little much. I can hear Stan Hansen going, probably a little much, sir. Stan Hansen, a man who gouged out Vader's eyeball. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, if you're a person with a queasy stomach, which fortunately I am not, that match or the end of that match would have been a lot for you because that was a lot of blood. That was like an almost Eddie Guerrero amount of blood. So, yeah, okay, Gunter. I don't want to hear you talk about the sacred of the ring for the rest of your career. Because I will just go and get screen caps of these things and have to put it in black and white because you can't put them on YouTube. And go, hey, remember this? Remember this? Shut the fuck up. So it was that. And then the Judgment Day had their match. Which is nice. It was nice of them to get a win. That was nice. They seem together right now. That's always a plus. Yes, I jumped over the New Day match because, the New Day won. You're shocked? I don't know why you would be. But let's go back to that match. All right, let's go back to. I was just gonna let it blow by, but no, we can go back to that match for a second. I would like Tyler and Pete to pick a dynamic, either be heels or be faces. One of you doing one of each is not working. It's not working at all. And it's pretty easy to see that Tyler's really good at being the babyface, so maybe we should stick with that. But hey, I get it. I'm sorry you were fodder for the New Day because they needed to do this win so they could fight out the War Raiders. Probably at WrestleMania, maybe sometime in the next 2 weeks. Sort of depends. I don't think do the War Raiders have a match for WrestleMania? It'd be nice if WrestleMania had all the titles on it. But there's a fair amount of titles now, so... but we'll see. Anyways. And then and then we swiftly move on. And then, of course, there's the dust-up between Penta and Braun Breaker, which is completely an accident, but obviously no one's going to convince Penta of that. Shrug. Sometimes I wouldn't have called it goofy wrestling. Simon might call it goofy wrestling, but I wouldn't have called it goofy wrestling. So it's potential that me and Simon have different points of view on that. Anyways, then we move to the match that we okay, so from my point of view, the main event, oh God, it was terrible. Not from a technical standpoint, I thought it was probably pretty good for that, but just sort of it's you had the triple threat. You had it set up. You could have rolled with I guess her signature's on it, so we have a triple threat. You decided not to do that. And then you ran a match where the outcome was maybe not completely predictable. You couldn't say, oh, it'll end like this. But it did end in the most stereotypical way it could end, a double disqualification. Which, yeah, okay, fine. A reasonable theory of Bianca, oh, that was justified. I'm like, yeah, but Bianca was heavy-handed in the breakup. She was heavy-handed in the thing. She should never have been a ref. If you wanted a fair contest, you should never have made her ref, Mr. Pierce. You really shouldn't have. And it was just frustrating because you're waiting for something that is going to happen. So everything in between doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good Io was. It doesn't matter how good Ripley was. All of it didn't matter because we were all sitting there waiting for whatever schmoz we were getting. And not only did we get a schmoz that sort of we got a double disqualification, which is kind of arguably maybe the most fair schmoz, but also the kind of schmoz where you're just I don't like disqualifications to begin with, and you have a main event with a disqualification. Oh, a double disqualification. Oh, in a match that didn't matter because we all knew it was going to end up screwy. There was no debate about that. We knew that last Raw. And that's frustrating. Because these are incredible talents. All three of them are incredible talents. And we sat there and decided that we're going to end this in this double schmoz, even though realistically we had a not unprecedented signature thing going on, which we have done before, and I guess maybe you didn't want to do it again. But it was a little hard to watch because all you were doing was waiting for how is it going to end so that we can get our triple threat. Anyways, have a nice good day. All right. Talk to you later.